So what's all the hubbub about live video? Well, here's the truth for you. Live video is awesome for business growth. Periscope and other live stream applications and platforms are great tools for marketing your business. And they're at the top of the food chain when it comes to building a know, like, and trust with your audience, which then can have massive impact on your business growth. In fact, only after 1 month of using Periscope, I was getting about an average of 30 leads a day coming from it. That's pretty awesome. So who am I? Who's this guy? Well, my name is Casey Zeman, and I've been in the online marketing space for the last few years. I started out doing video marketing campaigns for Estee Lauder and Dell, and then moved into building software and training all around using video and live video for building a business and brand you love. Through the years, I've found that nothing beats video for building a relationship with your audience. The point being, hey, I'm a live stream dork. So when Periscope came out, I got even dorkier. Heck, now I could do live streaming from my iPhone. You see, Periscope, Meerkat, Blab, and other live stream applications have changed the game due to how accessible it is to run a live stream app from your phone. And as such, as someone who was just starting out using Periscope, I was seeing some crazy results. As I said, I was seeing about 30 leads a day coming from my Periscope broadcasts and was accounting for, get this, $350 to $500 coming into my business a day as a result of it. And once I saw those numbers, I was obsessed with knowing why. Why was it working? Who was watching? And why were they interested in what I had to say? And why did some broadcasts hit home more than others? All of these questions I wanted answers to, but the problem was that Periscope wasn't giving them to me, which makes sense. They're busy with so many other aspects of their wonderful tool. So, we decided to build the solution ourselves. As a broadcaster, the problem for me was I didn't know exactly who my audience was and why they were doing what they were doing. I had sort of an idea of what viewers were doing, but not a full scope of who was watching, how long they watched, and the actions performed during my broadcasts. Imagine having the ability to know exactly who comes to your broadcast, how long they stay, and actions performed. What would that provide you? You see, as a broadcaster, knowing exactly who your audience is the key to getting better as a broadcaster and marketing to that audience. Knowing the data helps you serve your audience better. And as a brand in the world of advertising, or even an advertising agency who hires broadcasters, knowing how your influencer or broadcaster's message is being received by an audience is crucial for not throwing a ton of money into a campaign that isn't working. So how do you make sure your message is being heard and your campaigns are bringing in a positive ROI? Well, introducing Fullscope.
So what is Fullscope? Fullscope is a browser-based analytic and marketing software that provides you the most detailed insights from your Periscope broadcast and Snapchat stories, but so much more. First off, you can see the forest through the trees. From the home page dashboard, you see a graph that will tell you all the data that you need to know about all of your broadcasts, so you can see which broadcasts are performing better than others. You can also see the people who are coming to your broadcast the most and actions they're performing, such as the people that are the most frequent viewers, or the top engaged viewers, or the top viewers by actions such as sending hearts, or the top viewers by comments, or the top viewers by shares or screenshots, depending on if you're using our Periscope TV integration. You can also send direct tweets out to these people when using the Periscope.tv integration and highlight them and thank them for being your most engaged viewer. You can also choose a date range to see how your content has been consumed in a specific period of time based on that selected time frame. You can also see which broadcasts really perform the best out of several days to know what kind of content you should be creating again and again for your audience. You can then go into each specific piece of content and broadcast, depending on if you're in Periscope or depending on if you're using our Snapchat integration, and see who's consuming what and how. When we're in the Periscope TV integration, you can see your viewers, how many comments you have and how many hearts are being sent, how many followers have been added, screenshots, shares, average time consumed of that video. You can also download your broadcast from inside of Fullscope. You can then go in and see who your most engaged people were on each specific broadcast itself. For instance, this was my most recent broadcast, and I see Tanetta was my most engaged person. She watched 84% of the event. She came live. She joined at this time. She didn't take many screenshots, but she sent a lot of hearts and shared both on Twitter and Periscope, and these were the comments that she sent out. With Fullscope Premium, with our Periscope TV integration, you can also import emails out of your broadcasts. Once you create a call to action in your broadcast saying to them to get access to my free ebook or to get access to a mini course or a training, simply put your email in. They can put their email in the comment. As soon as they do, it will now be added to your import email. So all you have to do is select import email. It will locate the emails found that were sent via the broadcast comments. You can then add them into whatever CRM platform or autoresponder you use, and I'm going to add them to my free report and import. Another thing you can do is export a CSV file of everybody who joined your broadcast so that you can create Twitter ads to retarget the people that love you the most. Twitter ads are the most underutilized ad platform, but when you incorporate Fullscope.tv and the ability to use Periscope TV data and people that come to consume your broadcasts, by combining these things together, now your Twitter ads can perform better than ever. In fact, from testing this out, we've seen a 50% increase in actions performed from Twitter ads and Twitter cards than simply by using Twitter ads directly in Twitter. By creating a targeted audience with Twitter ads, you can increase your opt-ins and actually get call to action and ROI all day long. What else can you do with Fullscope.tv? An aspect of Fullscope.tv that is more collaborative, where you can run campaigns and curate content around social good using this particular feature, is what's known as collabs or collaborations. A collaboration is essentially where you can combine and curate your video content, your broadcast, your Snapchat content into one public-facing page. This page will pull in the collective data of all the broadcasts and all the content that you're curating together. So let's say I titled my collab Building Schools Around the World, and I would use this as a way to promote a social good or organization or some sort of curated content that could be used as a membership portal or anything that will just sum up a story or conversation. So this could be video content all around building schools around the world. Here we curate several different influencers whose mission is to build schools and create education for underdeveloped countries. Learn more at buildschools.com. You would then upload an image. Let's just go in and I'm going to grab one of my images. There's my image. Here's the URL. Save and continue. Now I'm going to search for broadcasts that are a part of Fullscope. You see, with every piece of content that you create inside Periscope.tv or Snapchat will be added to Fullscope, and you have the option of making it public to the Fullscope community or private. If it's set to private, that means only you can use it for your own collabs and internally. But if you set it to public, it can be used by the collective community inside of Fullscope.tv. And if that's the case, then you're allowing your content to be public, which can help you to get more exposure and associate your content with other people. This allows you also to create relationships with other broadcasters and influencers and run a project and campaign together. So I'm going to type in for tags, building schools. One is tags, one is keywords. You can use both and create as many as you'd like. Social good, raise. You can then select a date range. So if you wanted to go back to a date range, let's say in the past, you can do so. You can also then go into the future as well. Now, you can choose only your broadcasts or all broadcasts that have been set to public inside Fullscope, or find specific broadcasters that you'd like to put in. I'm going to choose all broadcasters and search. As you can see, we came up with 155 broadcasts. Now, you can go through and choose which broadcasts you would like to delete or save based on the content that you're seeing. So you can remove or preview them from the collab itself. Once you do, you scroll down to the bottom and click Save and Continue. And now you've added a new collab. So now you can look at the URL, and these are all the broadcasts that are found within this collab. And if you clicked on any of the videos, you'll see the data from the videos and the broadcast as it exists. This will also tell you the total data of the broadcast, how many viewers, web viewers, replay, how many hearts, replay, comments, and more. You can also filter by the most popular videos as well. For instance, here is one that I created called We Are Human Day, a nonprofit raising money for orphans in third world countries who lack running water. And then of course you can click here to donate. And as you can see here, I have a donation page up where people can donate, but they come from Fullscope and are moved directly there. This is combining 978 broadcasts, which has had a total impact of 228,000 viewers, 29,000 web viewers, 5.4 million hearts, and so on and so forth. Now, the wonderful thing about using the collab feature is that you can combine several broadcasters into one. So if you wanted to run a campaign as an agency using several influencers who might be in your specific niche, the collab feature allows you to do this very effectively.
So if you've been wanting a solution for knowing your most engaged audience, sign up today to the first analytic and marketing software for broadcasters designed to build your business. Finally know your people using Fullscope.tv.